So again, good morning. Welcome to the Sunday sessions. This morning, it's what's in your range bag. So what's in the bag? Kat's going to show us what's in hers. So for newbies and whatnot who want to see what people take to the range with them on a regular basis, and then I imagine the rest of us are probably going to do a little show and tell as well.
Okay, so what's in your range bag? It took me a while. This is my fourth iteration of bag setup, from beginner to now teacher and competitor. So what I've got is super extra. I get looks when I walk onto the range with this stuff because I went with tool bags. Uh, this is just going to be me like talking a lot too, just my adventures in looking for range bags. For me to find a bag that was big enough and versatile enough, has enough pockets and all that, to find a range bag through a dedicated range bag maker kind of thing, like GPS or whatever. I was looking at like $400 at least to get a good setup that I needed for the size bag that I wanted. I wanted one with a handle and wheels. So my big base bag is the one that goes with me everywhere. So whether I'm actually going to just shoot at the range, whether I'm teaching or whether I am competing, this big bag goes with me everywhere. So I don't put ammunition in this one because this is, I do on competition days. This is my sole bag on competition days, but I've made it so I have the least amount of rearranging that I need to do on any given function. So this bag, right now the ammo's not in it. I have it kind of set up for teaching. But of course, targets, lead off, hand cleaner. You never know. Soap and water is always best, but if I'm in a pinch or I need a snack, I will always get the lead off my hands first before I try to have any snacking happen or anything like that. The big bag also has all the stuff that I need for. These are my gloves. I wear these for competition. I have the sweatiest hands in the world. So that's another thing that comes up a lot because people look at what I've got on my hands and they're like, what's going on there? These are weightlifting gloves. They've got like sticky on the inside, and then they're just nylon, stretchy, but they're also absorbent. So they help with my sticky, wet hands that actually the gun will like jump out of my hands. They can get so sweaty. So there is some other stuff that I don't have because I don't use it. But there is stuff that you can buy that's kind of like a deodorant stick, sticky stuff that you can put on your hands like deodorant, and it makes them kind of white and chalky. And I'm not a big fan because it just gets on everything. But I do know people that use that, and that's something that you can look for as well if you have sweaty hand issues. Speed loader, don't go anywhere without it. I would have not just calluses, but I would have just cut up hands if I had to hand load all of my magazines. I have a whole box of these. I have like, I don't know, 1,000 or something. I have them for myself. When I wear my ears, I wear foamies plus my electronic ones on top. I feel that the foamies are actually the best protection. And I wear the electronic ears on top, only so that I can hear conversations. Because I have those turned all the way up so that I can hear through these. But these I feel protect from the bang the best. Regular headsets, regular head ear protection that are the headset style, if they're the non-electronic ones, or if they're like $300, then those work better. But I find that the foamies plus the just the regular old, I have them over here. These guys. they work the best for me. A little inconvenient because the foamies, if we're having like downtime and ceasefire, I have to like work the foamy out and then work it back in before I can put the headset back on. But it's still the best setup for the majority of the time while I'm there. What else is in my range bag? Extra batteries, because things need batteries. Speed loader for my 22. Extra magazines. These are my 22 magazines. And then this is my big bag. Again, the one that goes with me everywhere. So I have this one set up for the most issues. Little toolkit. Definitely need one of these. You never know when you're going to have to either adjust your sights or have something go wrong and need to take things apart, put them back together. I got this off of Amazon for, I don't know, $40 or something. So far it's had everything that I need on it. Not quite everything. I have one more thing in here. More ears. I have these tucked everywhere. Tape. Bug spray if you're at an outdoor range. Don't forget the sunscreen either. I don't have that in here right now. Flags. It's really fun. I have found that, especially in competitions, it's the PCC guys that don't seem to have chamber flags. So I give them my LGC ones. It's really funny. Oh, these are the, so again, this is also the bag that I use for training. Snap caps. So I keep these in here anyway, just to have all the time so I don't forget them when I need them. There's a laser trainer in there too. What else? As far as just like tools for fixing stuff if needed, this is just an extra cleaning cloth. What have I got in here? There it is. This is what I wanted to show you guys. All right, so this is a glasses case, but it's also convenient for holding bore snakes. I've got a bore light in there. And then, the key thing that I actually end up needing to use, or just generally using all the time, I keep this little tiny thing of CLP is a lifesaver. Some people like the spray. I like this little pen thing. I don't know if you can see it. These are hard to find now. I don't know what happened, but they're really hard to come across. So if you see one, pick it up because you might not find it again. But this gets into all the teeny little nooks and crannies. You don't end up having to spray crap everywhere, and it's refillable. And this is CLP. I find that this is all I need to clean up anything that needs to be cleaned up, get any goop off of anything I need to get ungooped. It pretty much covers whatever I need to do. And then I keep it in the little baggie just in case it leaks everywhere because, oil. So the glasses case kind of keeps all that compacted together. And then the last thing for like repairs and such that I have is, this came with my 10 Foglio. If you can find a little travel case similar, do it. This more cleaning, like everything I need for cleaning that I can use in coordination with the CLP if I need to. This all screws together. I don't know which direction, but it all screws together, and it has come in handy because I have had to tap a bullet out of a barrel, and this is ideal for something like that. So you should have something long and skinny that you can stick down the wrong end of a barrel if you need to tap a bullet out or something like that. I did have a squib. Ooh, so far only one after shooting for 4 years. So that's pretty good. Oh my gosh. I am dropping everything everywhere. Hang on. All right. We'll figure that out in a minute. All right, and then the last thing I think that's in my big bag, tourniquet, clotting kit, ice packs. So this is, bare minimum. Usually as far as, so far, I go to ranges that have range officers, that have staff. If you go to a range that doesn't have that, if it's a more do-it-yourself kind of place, you're going to want a bigger kit. And I'm sure that's stuff that's been gone over and Stop the Bleed. I missed the one yesterday, so I'm hoping for the one that's next. And that's the stuff that I carry. Because I go to ranges that actually have staff and are manned all the time, they tend to have better, they have trauma kits. They have more stuff than what I'm carrying with me. I feel that mine, what I have, takes care of anything that's immediate that I need like right now. And then that gives someone time to run and get the rest of it. All right. So that's the big bag. And then we have my middle bag. So this one sits on top of the big one. So I carry these together a lot. This is my other competition bag. This one stays in the car at matches, but has some of the big stuff in it that, of course, I need. So, my outer belt, of course, is purple because, girly. But I just like purple. So, and it clashes really nicely with the red bags. However, I do have backup stuff in here too. So in case something goes wrong with my gun or something else, I do carry extra mag carriers. This stuff is nothing fancy. This is like super basic, like entry-level stuff. It gets the job done, so I'm fine with that. Extra holster. This actually holds my carry gun, but I've competed with it before, so I use this as well. So that's, since I've always got that little puppy with me, that's kind of a backup for competition, just in case something goes wrong with one of my X5s. And then what else is in this bag? Lots of extra magazines for my carry. These are the extended magazines that go with that. And then especially for, you never know, timer. You never know when one of the timers is going to go kaput. I've always got the extra one, but it's also just in here for if I'm doing my own training. A lot of times I will have a bay. There's a couple of places I go to that I can rent a bay and just do my own training. So that's very important to have. Markers for marking up your targets. I had the tape in the other bag earlier. You're going to need that for like taping up targets. I don't carry a staple gun, but for a lot of people that do outdoor stuff all the time, the staple gun is pretty important. I'm always, when I go to outdoor ranges, I'm in Chicago for anybody who doesn't know. So outdoor ranges are hard to get to and rare for me. So I go to a lot of indoor ranges. They all have the electric carriers that carry your targets back and forth. So there's no stopping. There's no ceasefires, and we're not walking out to grab targets and change targets and stuff. So we don't have to worry about any of that. More ears. I got a lot of ears tucked everywhere. These bags have a lot of pockets, so they're kind of awesome. Oh yeah, more ears, more ears. What else is in here? Chamber flags. I think that just about covers what's in my medium bag. Umbrella. I don't necessarily use this for rain, but I use this for shade because I'm very fair. And so if I'm at an outdoor competition and it's really, really sunny and I'm afraid that my sunblock isn't working or I don't have time to put any more on, that umbrella has been a lifesaver. All right, medium bag. Not a crazy lot in there because that one is really kind of just like my competition and training bag. Training for myself, not teaching. And then the little guy is kind of the heaviest. So this little guy sits on top of the other two. And this one's got for training because I go to people's living rooms. The thing that you don't, so we go to the living room, and what you don't want, obviously, we've talked about this the other day, when you're dry firing and such, you do not want ammunition in the room. Usually when I'm going to someone's house, they don't have any ammunition. They've either just purchased their first gun or they're going to, so they're not there yet, especially now because ammunition is so expensive. And so this bag stays in the car. So when I'm going in to teach someone, I've got my guns in the big bag down here. They're also in their own cases, and then it's really just this big bag, and then I have just a handbag that's got all my other like Liberal Gun Club stuff, swag, and some training materials and stuff. So this one goes to the range with us once we leave the house and go to do live fire. But since this has got the ammunition in it, then it doesn't go in the house. So ammo. Also, what I have in here, I've got some backup stuff in here. Sunglasses, of course. I actually just got these, and I haven't had a chance to wear them yet because COVID. But I bought these for competing. They're I'm old, so I wear progressive lenses, but I bought single vision lenses in sunglass form to wear for competitions, and I haven't had a chance to use them yet. I'm kind of sad about it. But they're my distance, so they should be fine because that part of my vision doesn't change. So yeah, kind of sad about it. So what else is in here? I have backup eye protection for students, just because you never know. Some ranges will provide it. Some ranges only charge you a couple bucks for some of these, and some of them are just like, no, we don't have that. So, so I have these just in case, as well as all the extra foamies. Just again, some ranges will rent them out, some will not. And, whoops, more ears. And I think that covers it for actually what I'm carrying every day. Yeah. I think that's all the pockets.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of stuff. And yeah, it's taken, 4 years. Well, I've been carrying these bags around for a year. So I guess I went through kind of an iteration a year. Oh yeah, I've got this too, of course. This has Liberal Gun Club stuff in it. It's got some of my business cards. So these, if I have questions, like it does come up, I will wear my stuff. But who I am does come up more often now than not, just because I've become less weird about mentioning it to people. So if people need to know, or if they're interested or just curious or whatever, I will hand them these. And then some of the ranges have been really cool about me leaving this stuff out. So I have left several hundred of these on countertops and stuff, and they've all disappeared. So unless an employee's throwing them in the trash, then they're actually going home with people, which is cool. Oh yeah, and an extra hat. Don't forget. Sometimes I'm leaving from work and forget to have another hat with me. So I have one of these that you can dunk in water and it keeps your head cool. And okay, that's it. That's a lot of stuff.
I think, does anybody else want to do a show and tell? We got lots of folks on here.
Yeah, that only took me 20 minutes to get through.
Oh, no. Well, I expected there will be others. Who wants to go next? Lonnie,
everybody's volunteering.
Yeah,
well,
no,
so
Lonnie likes to talk. He actually left.
Oh, screw you, will you? So my range bags vary based on what I'm going to the range for. So I'm not a competitive shooter like Kat. So I don't generally haul that much stuff at one time. My rifle bag is really just, this is it. What is usually in this, let me see, is first there are targets. These are the targets that I use when I'm doing precision shooting out at distance. And I like the splatter targets, even though I do bring my spotting scope. Having the splatter target allows me to see my hit actually through my rifle scope rather than having to look at my spotting scope. In addition to that, there's usually, I have some kind of a rest. Unfortunately, at the ranges on the rifle range that I go to, the bench tops are really kind of worn. And so if I don't have something to comfort my arm against, I usually wind up with a really nice sore at the base of my elbow when I'm doing precision shooting. And then, you know, I carry, let me see if I can tilt this down a little bit. I carry this tool kit, which is an old EOTech box, and in there is just about everything I would need to work on any of the weapons that I bring. In addition to, even though I carry lots of rifle flags, I also carry a small pistol flag in there. 2 different Allen sets, metric and standard, a bunch of different screwdrivers, and it's not in this one, but normally I have a portable scope leveling kit in case I all of a sudden decide that I didn't quite get it set up correctly on my rifle. Then, because this is my precision rifle, these are hand loads that I do, and there are no firearms at this table with me, so please don't freak out, Ed. So these are some of the precision loads that I do, and for those of you who are familiar with bolt action, I only neck size these. So it gives me a little better chance of accuracy out at distance. So that usually goes with me. And then, let's see, what else do I take with me? Da-da-da. Here we go. So of course, a bunch of mags, depending on, so this last trip to the range, it was my AR-10 and my Savage 6.5 Creedmoor. And then like Kat, I have a slight vision problem. I don't usually use these when I'm on my scope because it's not a problem. But I found these Ssp Glasses. And what's really nice about them is for those of us who shoot pistol and have a hard time seeing the front of the sight when we're extended and we're actually looking to aim, it has an upper corrective lens in it so that I don't have to pull my head back in order to sight. It allows me actually to get the right head position. And then what I really like about it is you get all these different lenses for different lighting conditions. And for those of you who are into bullseye shooting, there's a lens in there that's a solid lens that you can't really see through for your non-dominant eye when you're doing bullseye shooting. That's pretty much, and then of course, my spotting scope and a tripod that goes with me to the range, either mostly for rifle, seeing as most of what I do for pistol is from 25 yards and in. So I'm not really worried about with the splatter targets. I can pretty much see what I need to see. And then because, you know, I do teach Stop the Bleed, this trauma kit goes with me to the range, even though I know that every range I go to, which is a public range, has a trauma kit and has people trained in trauma. I'm not too worried about me so much, but I've been to ranges where I see people sweep folks all the time. And so I just want to be prepared to deal with things rather quickly if I have to, including on myself if I happen to be the person that unfortunately was it. And the other thing I wanted to show you is we talk about loaders. This is a Codwell Loader, and I really like it because it saves my thumb, and also because it has these adjustments to go from single stack to various levels of double stack for pistol. And for those of you who have ever messed with the Smith & Wesson M&P 9, for those of you who've ever messed with the standard MP9s, not the 2.0. And you'll find that when you get down to that last round, getting that sucker in, even with a Lupa loader, is really a pain. This takes that out of there. So I like this. It's a little bit big and bulky, but it works really well. It's got a little screw adjustment that holds the magazine exactly in the right spot. And then you can go, like I said, from single stack all the way out to double stack, and it'll handle 45 double stack and 9 double stack. So it's really, I find it really useful to have. What it does, I don't know if you can see it, what it does is the round goes in here. There's a little lever that pushes it up into the mag, and then there's this little piece right here that actually, as you press pressure against it, shoves it down into the mag. So I really kind of like this one. And Midway had it on sale for like $11, so it was really worth it to me. And that's generally what I take for my rifle. My pistol bag is very different. First off, I take multiple pistols. For some of you who have gone to the range with me in the past, I will take 7 pistols with me of varying types and calibers. And so I have a large case that holds 7 pistols and the magazines. And then my larger range bag is just basically targets and ammo, because I usually bring, when I go to like a training or to national or to one of our meet in the middles, I'll bring ammo cans full of 9, 45, and if I bring my rifles, I'll also bring like the 308 and 6.5. So I'll bring somewhere between probably 2,000 to 2,500 rounds with me when we do that. Mainly because I like to give people a chance to shoot my stuff, and then I like to shoot. So that's basically what it looks like for the most part. It will vary. Also, I bring a stapler with me because I don't like using range staplers. I question their functionality often, and if you're out at 100 yards and your stapler's not working, it's a pain in the ass. So I bring my own, and that's pretty much it. That's what I take to the range with me on a fairly regular basis. And again, it varies. If I'm just going to do rifle, then it's the backpack. If I do rifle and pistol, I actually have a wagon that I load all my stuff in, because when, like at Meet in the Middle, I brought 4 different rifles, a shotgun, and 7 pistols and ammo to go with it. So that really, I like Kat's idea of the tool bags, but I don't even think I could fit all that stuff in the tool bag and carry it with me.
Yeah,
so that's why I have the wagon.
Do you use one of those collapsible wagons?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Yeah, those are awesome. So yeah, anybody who's carrying a crap ton of stuff, especially if you've got a lot of gravel or rough terrain to go over, those are fantastic. Yeah,
it works really well. So that's basically what my range bag looks like. I do have in my pistol bag, I carry an extra pair of glasses. I also carry, I don't use earmuffs because the military took care of most of my hearing. And so I have earplugs that I use on my motorcycle because I have really loud pipes, and that works really well for me when it comes to the range. They're really nice because they have 2 different ways of dealing with it. Let's see if I have them here. I think I do. Yeah, I do. So these come, wrong end. These come, I don't know if you can see it, but they come with varying levels of inserts. So this is a full insert, which there's no opening. They also come with ones that allow a certain amount of sound through. These are what I use when I'm at the range, when I'm on the bike, because I listen to music, which legally I'm not supposed to do, but what the heck. I like to have the opening ones in there, and that's pretty much it. And like I said, these glasses come with different lenses for different lighting conditions. So all the way from sunglasses to low light conditions. So that's the yellow amber, and then clear. And I have 2 different sets for this because I sometimes. If I have to work on my firearm, using the upper focus is really hard. So they also make one with the lower corrective area so that I can work close in and not have to like do this in order to see what I'm doing. So that's pretty much it. That's what I take. It's kind of fun. I've always enjoyed trying to figure out how to best transport my stuff in the most economical and easy way. When I bring my rifles, especially when I'm bringing my precision and some of my better ones, I have a double rifle case, and that's really heavy. So having the backpack is really kind of nice, because then I can carry my tripod, my scope in one hand, and the backpack handles everything else, and then I can lug that monster case of mine. I also I do know that some people like to transport their rifles in soft cases. I always transport mine in a hard case, and it's always locked. I never transport any firearm to the range without a locked case. I know people do, and different ranges will have different policies. But I live in California, and getting stopped in California because I sometimes push the speed limit, I want to make sure that I'm completely legal and give them no reason whatsoever to hassle me.
Yeah, I think I don't. I mean, like, this locks, but it's a soft case. It's not really that secure. You can just get through it with a knife. But I'm a concealed carrier, so I can kind of carry a car full of guns, and I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah, not in California, Kat.
Yeah, but that's the only exception. And general folks that have, Illinois has the FOID. So if you've only got the FOID and you're only allowed to have like live firearms in your home, then yeah, they carry locked. And my vice president, he's a rifle guy. And his are all in Pelican cases, and they're all just locked up in the back of the SUV until he gets where he's going.
Yeah, so Eve asked this question: what do I drive to carry all that stuff? I have a small little SUV that has just enough fold down area in the back for my long cases and all the other stuff. Eve, next time we do a meet in the middle and you come on down, you can kind of look in the back. It's pretty full. I sometimes wonder. I have to. So like when I park it, I really worry if I'm not going to carry it into the motel room with me. When I park it, I have an old Indian blanket that I put on top of it, and then I pile a bunch of junk that doesn't look like a gun on top of that. So, but yeah, I carry all this in a small SUV.
Yeah, security is a little bit of something that I try to stay mindful of. This big bag actually, because it stays, if I've got it loaded with guns, it gets really heavy. And I live on the second floor of an apartment building, plus I park on the street. So obviously the guns don't stay in here. They come up into the house with me, but I tend to carry those in a shoulder bag and take them down to this. So this generally stays in the car, but it's bright red. And even though I have tinted windows, this an SUV, so it's still pretty bright through the tinted windows if it's really bright outside and you're really trying to look in. So I've got a Chipotle catering bag that's dark brown that I put upside down over this in the cargo area, and you can't see it. So.
Yeah, I worry a little bit about security. I try when I go to the range, I try not to have planned any stops between the range and home and range, mainly because I just, it's a little crazy. California right now, and here in San Jose, the San Jose mayor has just proposed an ordinance that would require gun owners to carry liability insurance. And if you don't carry liability insurance, you have to pay a fee to the city, supposedly to cover their costs of handling gun violence, which is really ridiculous. I'm trying to figure out how to best approach it, but I don't know quite how to.
All right, who's next? Mike.
I've got some stuff.
Okay.
I won't go through everything in my bag. A lot of stuff has been covered already. My usual range bag for pistols is just a bag of guns. It's just I've got about 10 of them in there or something. And my eyes, ears, and ancillary stuff goes in this old gym bag. Inconspicuous, and it smells like an old sock, so it keeps people away. But special kind of eyes I like these. They're cocoons. They go over prescription glasses, and they're polarized. Nice amber tint, helps cut the glare. In addition to blue painter's tape, I carry these large size binder clips. A lot of ranges have wooden stakes that go in the holders, but these are great for holding targets, and they're pretty cheap. And the last thing, I don't know if this is covered, is a range finder. I use this for work, but this is an older one. I just keep it in my range bag. It's good for telling what distance something is. So for precision stuff, or if you're shooting bullseye, you need to know exactly, the distance between the line you're standing on and your target. This little range finder is good for that. So that's all the stuff I didn't recall hearing other people had in theirs.
See mine?
What's that?
Do you want to see mine?
There you go.
I gave up on the idea of a range bag. So I've got all the stuff that you need that I usually will need that isn't a firearm is shoved in this loosely organized trunk carrier. So a couple of shotgun vests. I've got probably the same tool you have.
Totally. That's exactly the same.
A iPhone mount for my spotting scope, pair of binoculars. I also have a rangefinder in here somewhere. I'm often teaching, so I've got a couple of pair of the Howard Light battery powered ones. I forgot the manufacturer of these, but these are the ballistic range glasses. They also go over my eyeglasses. Let's see, is there anything else in there? Got the Howard Lights, staplers, staples. There's that tool again. And then everything else, and this is before I took it apart to take pictures, so it was all in the bag. A couple pairs of gloves, if it's cold and whatnot. And I usually have a, yeah, you can't really see that. I usually have a my bow in the trunk as well. And when I go to the range, I'll just pack up the guns that I need from the house, put them in a duffel bag, in their socks with their trigger locks, because also in Massachusetts, you can't transport them regardless of whether or not you have a license or not, unless it's physically on your person. It's got to be locked up. So toss them all in a bag, toss them in the trunk, drive to the range, staple the targets up, use what I need. There's a rangefinder in there too, Mike. So I followed that lead. A little Bushnell laser rangefinder that somebody, I think it's a golf rangefinder, but it goes out to a couple hundred yards. So it's satisfactory to my stuff. But that's, making sure I have extra stuff for people, because it's usually, I'm usually doing something with somebody, extra hats, extra gloves. And I've got some blaze orange vests because the outdoor range that I just joined not too long ago has a large hunting preserve, and some of the back ranges you have to go through the preserve, so they want you to wear the blaze orange vest so that the hunters don't shoot you.
Did I miss someone mentioning not a rangefinder, a spotting scope or binocs anywhere in these?
Yeah, I have a pair of binoculars and a spotting scope in the car.
And Lonnie talked about his spotting scope.
Yeah,
Guess I need to pay better attention.
Yeah, you do. So hold on, let me show you. You might be able to see it in one of these pictures. Obviously, it's a mess, so it's always a dig through and find what I need. This thing right here is a iPhone holder that goes over the spotting scope, so it ratchets down onto the scope. Because sometimes I want to be able to just see it, not have to peek over. Anybody else? Any questions? Mike Marazzo wants to go. Where the hell are you, Mike? There you are.
Also, ATX gun guy raised his hand too.
Outstanding. Well, Mike goes first.
Well, I have two main bags I take. This guy, which is my pistol bag. So holds my extra mags here, ammo, usually some small tools, and my dummy rounds.
Does that wrap around? Is that a soft case that wraps around one of those plastic ammo cases, or is that? That's neat.
And what I like is the inside here, the front compartment holds 2 pistols.
All right, we're gonna need a link to that.
I'll have to find it. And then my big case here, my big rifle bag, holds 2 rifles, my IFAK. I don't have the non-lead wipes, but I use my Grind Boss wipes. These things are great. I love them. Plenty of ammo. And then in here, my center one, I have Bushnell Binoculars. And I don't do the over the glasses ones. I hate those things, no offense. But my last job was manufacturing. So I've got manufacturing grade protective lenses. And these are prescription, so I don't have to worry about not seeing anything. Honestly, these things are super cheap to replace anyways. I think less than $200 total from Walmart, but they last me, I think these are 5, 6 years old now. 5 or 6 years old. So they hold up really, really, really well. I love them. I just can't handle 2 layers of glasses. It's annoying as all get out for me. Let's see, and I have a couple extra. Holds my 22 mags for my rifle. I have a few of them. AR, and you know, I keep some other stuff in here, basic tools, basic stuff. I need to get that precision oiler pen. That was a great thing.
I love it, and I've been looking for an extra one, and I can't find them now. So hopefully somebody's can pick them up somewhere. But
There are some links in the chat for the precision oilers.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, this is a nice Drago bag. I actually got this through a raffle and holds 2 rifles plus everything else.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
So you got an IFAK. You got your IFAK on the end of it.
Oh yeah, that comes with me every time, and it's always with me no matter where I'm at.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that. There's a trauma kit in the car. There's a trauma kit that I carry on my body, and then every once in a while, if I'm wearing long pants, there's the trauma kit that goes around my ankle.
Yeah. And this one has this one's got a couple masks on it. It's got a tourniquet inside, pin, medical shears, gauze. Still work on getting some more stuff for it, but it's a good little kit. So
Oh, we can talk more about medical kits here in about a half an hour when Lonnie is back on Stop the Bleed. And Dave, you wanted to go? You should be able to unmute yourself. There you go.
So not to be repetitive or repetitively redundant, I'm just going to go through what I didn't see. Just first of all, here's that oiler pin. I got it off Amazon. The link's in the chat. It's $10. I've had this probably for 8 or 9 years. It just unscrews. Put your CLP in there. As you can see, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I was it. Yep.
And if you don't drop it on the floor, you just screw it back on, and it's like a big pen. It just clicks. There's your other end, which is also sealed. You just click it wherever you need to go.
Awesome.
$10. It's like aluminum. I've dropped this repeated times, and it's been fine. What else? I don't think anybody said anything about it, but a Leatherman Multitool. This has saved my bacon on any number of occasions. This is the higher end one. This is the Leatherman Rev. I cannot endorse this. I'm not a paid spokesperson for Leatherman, but I would swear by this. It has a nice pair of pliers, wire cutters, anything else you might need. Phillips head, flathead, all the good stuff. And my favorite part of this, and I know your city, state, ordinance may vary, but this actually has a locking blade on it. And this thing it's only like 420 steel, but it is sharp as heck, and we'll get through just about anything.
Yeah, the tool that Kat and I have that she showed on video is kind of a Leatherman Light. I don't remember if it's got pliers on it, but I also have a Leatherman in the console.
Yeah, I think it's missing the pliers. That's like kind of the only thing. So that Leatherman would cover.
Yeah, it's the Leatherman Rev. I mean, I got this for father-in-law bought it for me for Christmas years ago, but it always stays in my bag. It also has a belt clip.
Mm-hmm.
When I get out of the car at the range, I just clip this on my pocket, have it.
I bet you we could probably do a whole nother thing on everyday carry. So.
Oh,
True.
I'd love to do that. Let's see. I just have a monocular. It's some $30 thing from Amazon, but it's good enough for a spotting scope. I don't have to schlep around, huge amounts of cases and everything. And if it breaks, $30, whatever. Actually, I think I got that one for $20 on the it's like a gold box deal. My actual range bag, I got this thing God knows how long ago at some gun show here locally. It's Chinese made, but I don't know. It's not that big, but it kind of checks all the boxes. The only thing I did add to it, just because I have terrible shoulders and I'm getting old, I added one of these little Timbuk2 Velcro wraps. It has like a nice gel insert on it, and really nice. Doesn't dig into your shoulder. Carry this all around. Let's see here. Powered lights. I think that's kind of the industry standard. I have a Maglula because in Texas we can have high capacity, and loading a 33 round block mag, you do one of those and you're cramped up for the rest of the trip. Have some prescription Oakleys. These are, I spent a little bit more money and got the tinting on them. So they'll, or what do they call it? Clear, whatever. It's the UV. I can wear these indoors or I can wear these outdoors, and I get tint on them, and they're the Oakley safety, glasses. And if it's super bright, I also have some Costa branded. These are the ones that like fishermen use, and they're highly reflective, and it gets bright and sunny here in Texas, especially this time of year. And you want something, I'm prone to have migraines, so having something super dark I cannot highly recommend anymore. Let's see here. That's about it. I have your standard gloves because in Texas also gets hot. So if you're shooting a lot or you're in a competition, you'll need these. Otherwise, your hands will be fried. Other than that, I carried pretty much what everybody else does. Yeah, I don't really have. I've got a little pocket for incidentals in terms of like medications like Advil, that kind of thing, that you're prone to that, and somebody might need that. So I generally keep that in there. A little standard first aid kit. If anybody needs something, they get a cut or something, I can just hand this out to somebody, and if it gets lost, it's like $8 on Amazon. And lastly, I do carry one of these. I know it's not the industry standard, but it's better than nothing.
That's got stuff in it. Yeah, I loaded up the first day.
And most of the ranges I go to generally have an RSO, but if they're busy with something, you need something right there and then. So I always carry this. It's the rather need it, have it, not need it, or need it, not have it. So that's pretty much it. I try not to carry too much because it's just, I get anxiety about too much stuff, or like I didn't bring enough or didn't bring too much, or that kind of thing. So try to keep it simple. If it doesn't fit in this bag, probably don't need it. So this bag will fit, let's see, it's got a side pocket, which will fit one. It's nice and padded. And then on the inside, oh no, it's kind of dark in here. There's a compartment on this side and a compartment on that side for 2 other pistols and some mag holders. But that's about it. Oh, the one other thing, which is kind of like a pro tip, some of the ranges I go to don't have the best of benches. I think that's been mentioned. They just disrepair or just will tear your arms up or tear your, you have a $3,000 Colt Python. I don't, but you might. And you don't want to put it down on something that looks like it was rode hard and left wet. So I found these, it's a mat. It actually comes, it was originally that at IKEA. I cut it in half and then I put a hole in one with a little Velcro on it. And then you can roll these up and then just put them down on the surface. They're not the most soft, but it's better than scraping up your nice little nickel plated gun. So I have a couple of these. They roll right up and they're super light. You can throw them in your bag. So I got these for, I think it was $2. So it's kind of my pro tip. That's what I have.
Excellent.
Yeah, I
Thank
like
you.
those mats. Those are a great idea.
I'm gonna put it back to Kat. Anybody else want to do a show and tell here, folks? Or yeah, I use.
Yeah.
I use.
It looks like someone's waving there.
Renaissance. Someone who's. Oh, Patty. Shit. I'm sorry, Patty. Hold on, I gotta unmute you. There you go.
Hi, Patty.
I think you're ready.
Hey, everybody.
There we go.
Hi, Patty.
Hi. First of all, I love all the ideas that I've already gotten. That damn oiler pen, a curse on all of you for showing me that, but it won't help me so much, but I'm going to probably buy several. My kind of experience with range bags is a little different. I am not a wealthy person, so my range bag consisted of a grocery tote bag. I happened to get this one at SHOT Show, but I have a bunch of them. Okay, 30 or 40 of them of different kinds. So I used this for the longest time. I was just going to indoor ranges. I didn't have a lot to have to carry. So, it's been working. Now then, one of my gun buddies wanted me to go to a nice gun store called the Kentucky Gun Store, or Kentucky Gun Company, I think it is, which is as large as Bud's. And they do the mail order and have a big, nice indoor store. So we were going there to look at some new CZ something or other. I don't even remember what it was. We get there and everybody's kind of stepping and fetching and there's all kinds of problems or something. And they finally say, look, the CZ rep that was supposed to be here just blew us off, just didn't show for whatever reason. And we're really sorry and all that. And, they had some other CZs. We went and looked at them. So long story short, the Kentucky Gun Company, along with CZ, wanted to apologize and sent us a whole big bunch of stuff, including this nice CZ range bag.
Nice.
So now I'm officially a range bag person. It's just your basic range bag, bunches of pockets. As far as interesting things, I don't know if anybody has ever seen these, but it's a little dot that you stick on your glasses. And it gives you a tiny, tiny little hole to peep through. And it helps these old eyes see the sights. And I use that especially when I'm doing iron sights on a rifle. Targets, yeah, you know, I'm not going to waste time repeating a lot of stuff. I've got these plasticky kind of plugs, as well as, you know, your good old foam ones. And I've got this pair of earphones, which if you've never seen these, check them out, okay? They just have a little soft foam kind of doodah right here. They fit right inside your ears. There's no drilling them into your ear like you do with the foam plugs. And when we had the annual in Florida and we went skeet shooting, or not skeet shooting,
Sporting clays.
sporting clays, thank you. These were perfect because there wasn't a lot of other guns around me, and these were light. They were marvelous. And the guy at the gun store that sold them to me said that this was the #1 selling gun product like 8 or 9 years ago. So other than that, I don't have anything fancy in my bag because, to be honest with you, I haven't gone shooting since Thanksgiving because my mom died over Christmas, and then COVID hit. And I'm in one of those positions. I've got enough medical stuff going on that if I get it, I might not make it. So I haven't been shooting. So a lot of my stuff is kind of scattered out because I do tend to fix my bag for the trip that I'm taking. Am I going to be shooting my Precision 22? You know, then I usually don't take a bunch of pistols with me. Usually just by the time I've done some precision shooting, I'm tired. You know, I don't want to shoot anything else. The closest good outdoor range is a 2-hour drive away. So I don't do that very often. So that's my bag.
Great. Thanks, Patty.
You bet.
Well, there's nothing saying we got to fill the whole hour and 15. So if we want to be done, we can. Anybody else have any questions? Oh, Danielle's asking if she can get a link to the those earplug things that Patty just showed. So Patty, if you can remember where they came from.
I picked them up at Bud's, but it's called Ear Shield.
Let's see. We have a look. William Davis. Yes. Let you go. Where'd you go? Gotta be in the. Got to turn your video on so I can grab you. There he is. And, all right, last one. And I have unmuted you, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so range bag, just it's a Black Hawk. Tourniquets on the outside, just right, so it's easy to get to. The Black Hawk, a couple things I like about it is that it has pockets on the outside for the pistols, and you can just put your pistol inside, right in the little pouch. So that way you have them, you know, close. They're also lockable. And granted, it's cloth, but you can put a padlock on it right there. So as far as, I'm going to turn this down so y'all can see what I got here. Trauma kits, everybody's got one. As far as blowout bag, hearing protection. Actually, Kim got this for me for Christmas 2 years ago. They're the electronic ones. I think they're the Peltors. So, I'm sorry. So they're Peltors. The holster for the Q5, a Right in the Rain pad with the pen and everything. Kim got that for me for Christmas a couple years ago because it's Florida and it's going to rain. So, and usually when we go to the range, it's raining. So, mag pouch, LGC flags. That's accessories for the holster. Magazines, and more magazines. Loader. More magazines. A rat's tourniquet. You know, a lot of people frown upon the rats, but
Lonnie's got an opinion.
I'm sorry.
Lonnie's got an opinion.
Yeah, they are not TCCC approved, but will they work? Probably. Are they going to do tissue damage? Probably. But if you don't have anything, as they say, you know, 3 is 2, 2 is 1, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, I got one tourniquet. I have 2 more in the car, and then I have a shot timer. But yeah, will they work? Probably. Are they TCCC approved? Nope. But it is what it is. You know, would I use it if I had nothing? Absolutely. So that's the bottom line there.
All right. Thanks, Will.
Yep.
Is it William or Bill?
I'm sorry.
William or Bill?
Either one does not matter. That's the William thing comes up in you know, for some reason on the Zoom app. I don't know.
All right. I think that's it. Kyle wanted to know if anybody else keeps spare parts for their guns, and I told them that was only applicable to 1911 shooters. But
Thanks, Ed.
you're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah. The only like part stuff that I have is recoil springs, and those are just different. They're not really to replace what I'm shooting. They're to change poundage. So.
All right. Well, I think we can go ahead and wrap this up. We'll see you guys in 20 minutes for another Stop the Bleed. And
Yep.
Mike M, that trauma kit that you have, open it up because it's got stuff in it. It's not just it's not just the bandage. And then you open it up and you put it in another kit.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kat. Nice job.
Thank you,
All
Kat.
right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Everyone.